I wanted to let you know that the Tasso Football Waco chapter is looking for officiants for this year's high school football season. They'll be hosting meetings every Tuesday in June at 6:30 p.m. at MCC's main campus. For more information, visit tasso.org or call Joe Martinez at 512-484-4611. Don't miss out on this rewarding avocation experience, especially if you're a football fan. Thank you guys again for watching.
Hey everyone, you're listening to The Public Affair with me, Andrew G. I see someone different every episode, but do me a favor, keep it between us.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Andrew G, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Public Affair. Before we continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity to thank you guys again so much for all the continued love and support that you guys show this podcast. I truly appreciate you guys. Of course, shout out to Mike and Allison at Rogue Media Network, and of course, Jeffrey too, that snack, for editing all my episodes and then shooting them. You guys are the greatest. Thank you guys so much. Before we continue with this really, really great episode that I know can't wait to start, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. This episode is brought to you by Four Brothers Construction with my boy Joe Olvera, who provides custom home designs and renovations. He also focuses on roofing, remodeling, plumbing, tree removal, electrical work, and so much more, darling. Joe and his entire team of delicious men are building affordable dream homes for you, so make sure you call them on the number on the screen for your next consultation. Thank you, Joe, for all the love and support that you show in this show. I truly appreciate you. Of course, the B&J Refinishing with my boy Frank Biza, who focuses on resurfacing bathtubs, counters, sinks, tiles, and more to original showroom quality. He offers 5-year warranty on most work and has the best prices in town. But Frank doesn't stop there, because he also rents inflatables, mechanical bulls, margarita machines, tables, chairs, a foam machine, and so much more, making all your parties super duper lady kitty. To my boy Frank Biza, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Ooh, of course, to my bro David Santabanez with Alinea Real Estate, I should say the #1 sales agent at Alinea Real Estate. He'll help you buy a home or sell your property. Make sure you follow him on Facebook at David with Alinea, or call the number on the screen, darling, for all your real estate needs. My bro David is absolutely the GOAT. Congratulations to all your successes, and thank you so much for being a longtime sponsor of The Public Affair. Of course, to Pee-wee's Crab Cakes on the go of Texas. My girl Nika Armstrong, serving the most authentic Haitian cuisine, darling, with a wide selection of signature crab cakes, pasta, seafood, and more. Now, my favorite, of course, now is the Krabby Seafood Pasta. It became my favorite just recently. Their top recommended is the Southern Fried Catfish Special, served with seafood pasta, potato salad, 6 fried shrimp, and the fish is topped with Houdat sauce. But I'm not going to tell you what it is, because you got to head over to 108 Gym Drive in Hewitt, or order online at orderpeeweescrabcakesonthego.com. Definitely where I'm heading for dinner later on tonight. I love me some Pee-wees. Thank you so much to my girl Anika for sponsoring this episode. Of course, the Sonia's Event Planning and Rentals with Sonia Childers. She's an event planner that specializes in weddings, quinceañeras, baby showers, corporate events, and so much more. Now, she's appointments only, so take the stress of planning your event off your shoulders and reach out to schedule a consultation at shoulders1994@yahoo.com, or call the number on the screen. My girl Sonia is a professional, darling. I worked with her firsthand. She gave me that delicious chair for my photo shoot. She was there before me, 2 hours before. I love it. It's very punctual, very professional. Thank you so much, Sonia. And of course, to Waco Fencing and Stuff with my boy Juan Morales. Now, Juan builds privacy fences and chain link fences, perfect for all that extra at-home privacy that you need. He also builds wood decks, stone patios, and gorgeous flower beds, darling. Contact him on the number on the screen for your consultation. My boy Juan Morales, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Truly appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
Your reading fluency is so great. I just did a full evaluation during that, and you have great reading fluency.
We can't say anything until no, because I literally had to start taking notes. Literally.
Okay, I'm sorry. I smell you guys staring at me.
No.
We were so... we can't even get our normal introduction out. No. And that's just like, hi.
I don't even know when to start.
Well, that's starting. We're starting right there. Okay. As you guys can see, I have 2 very eccentric women on the podcast that I've been really wanting to get onto the show for a long time, and this has been well overdue. I don't listen to too many podcasts, but I have listened to the Bloody Happy Hour, because it's definitely making tons of noise, and it's about true crime, and we all love some slutty true crime. And these girls had me on their show way back when, and I am so honored to have them onto The Public Affair. They're doing big things, and I'd love to welcome the hosts of the Bloody Happy Hour podcast, Miss April Nicole Pullen and Caroline. Whoa, how you doing?
That's my whole name.
Yes, because you've been a bad girl since I got here, so I gotta call you by your full name, all right? They were being super slutty right before I walked in, and I was, yes, please, yes. Caroline said she lost her keys.
Last week, that's when I was super slutty.
I'm slutty like all the time. I don't even care. Like, okay. I've lost morals, Caroline. I don't give a shit anymore. That's it.
First of all, let me address what just happened.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we're a little amazed.
First of all, not only am I shook, now I'm hungry. I want to redo my entire house and my front yard and garden. I want to throw a party.
Okay.
And I feel like you just had multiple orgasms.
Wow. You know what? That happens sometimes because those sponsors are fine, actually.
Wait, can I tell you they work? Because my husband just had a consultation with Joe from Four Brothers Construction.
Oh, I love Joe. Isn't he a snack?
Can I get a Pee-wee?
Pee-wee's Crab Cakes of Texas?
Bro,
Have
you been yet?
Oh,
I want to go.
My God, they're so delicious.
I went with, I'm maybe a sister wife.
Okay.
Oh.
This is why I had them on the show, you guys.
Maybe a sister wife.
Okay.
Maybe I watch some people's kids.
Yeah.
And then they treat me to dinner.
Oh, what happens after dinner?
Well, it's a 5:30 dinner, so it's not really a dinner, but
so it's not romantic at all.
no, it's not. It's two little kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
5:30 side piece time, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, we know, girl.
So I'm basically your sister wife, and then so they're like, we're at Pee-wee's, and I was like, okay, what the fuck's Pee-wee? Like, I don't know what's Pee-wee's. And then I go there and it's so good.
It's so good. Immaculate. Oh my goodness.
It's like Cajun food.
It's Cajun food.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get her on the show too. We just haven't been able to coordinate time. But yes, I love Anika.
Can she sponsor us?
Yeah.
I mean, I want her and her food.
She is so great. Well, first of all, can I just say that first of all, thank you for the kind compliments. I really appreciate it. I've got more to come. But I really am. First of all, congratulations. Like, I really feel like the Bloody Happy Hour podcast is totally making tons of noise. I feel like a lot more people are watching or listening, I should say.
Yeah. Listening.
I had my cousin's wife Jennifer hit me up, and she's a huge fan of your podcast.
Okay.
And she was listening to our episode. She goes, "When were you on their show?" I was like, "That day."
That day, yes,
And I think what really sticks out is, sure, there's lots of true crime podcasts, of course, but with you ladies, you guys are just so unfiltered, and you bring this sense of humor to it that probably during that time of people's lives, it was not humorous at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you guys are just able to just find this really great humor behind everything that happens in all these true stories.
And we try, not at the victim's expense, of course. It's, you have to laugh or you're going to cry about it, I think. And so it's true crime / comedy. It's everybody doesn't like that. Like, some people are real serious.
Right, please, whatever.
But it's happy hour.
Yeah.
We like to pour our drinks. We got some tequila right now.
Because you got some. I'll do it while you're talking.
Yeah. And we like to tell our stories just like we would if we were sitting at the bar at happy hour.
Well, that's the thing. Like, when we were trying to decide like what we were going to name it, it was like, I want to bring a little fun into it because I don't have emotions and I can't be like so serious all the time, so I need to lighten the mood.
Isn't that why slut life is so easy?
Living it.
That's why I don't even give a fuck. Like,
actually, Caroline just bought a chastity belt, so
shit.
She's not a host for show as of 7 days, actually.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Okay. I resisted my host for showness for one whole date.
Right. Now, you did state that you had keys hidden up your ass, so if you can pull them out during the show, I'd really appreciate that.
I literally went to work. I got out of the car. I was like, "Where's my keys?" And I was like, "I don't know. I'm sure they're somewhere." And then I get here and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I forgot. I still don't know where my keys are." But you have to have the keys to drive the car. And then Mike's like, "Obviously they're in your ass." And I was like, "Oh well, I didn't check there." So
and she does take Ambien to go to bed, and you know you do shit.
You be doing shit, yes. I be taking that melatonin and be waking up in all kinds of sides. So
listen,
I don't know.
I have people calling me and they're naked calling and they're doing all these things. Cheryl, we call.
Okay, first of all, can we just take a shot, ladies? Thank you guys so much for being a part. I'm honored. Thank you so much. Don't spill on my iPad. I'm still making payments. Cheers.
Cheers.
Patron's. Oh my God, tequila. Oh, I'm sliding in DMs tonight. All right, ladies, without further ado, can you guys just introduce yourselves to us? So for people who may not know who you are, April, can we start with you, please? I almost called you Amanda because of the shot.
Sometimes I call her Rachel, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's all right. So I'm April, and I'm one of the hosts. But during the day, I work in education. I'm in special education. Okay. Yes. I'm what you call an educational diagnostician. So I'll test the kids. Yeah. To see if they qualify for services.
Oh, services as in special education?
Yes. Oh, okay, or dyslexia. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then
which obviously you do not qualify because your reading was so good. I did a full evaluation just now.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I wasn't passing tests like that in school. That's for damn sure. Okay.
I do have to say that I thought you read that one time and that was just a pre-recorded thing.
Oh, no.
You read it every time?
Every single time. I promise my sponsors and part of the package that they get free, like not free, fresh advertisement.
Yeah.
Because it sounds boring when it's repetitive. Like, they're a little flavor. And each time is different. It was
great.
Like Pee-wee's is a different experience. Every time I see Joe, it's a different experience. You know what I mean? So yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm sorry, Caroline, while you're over there just finding your keys.
I'm glad. I'm still looking for my keys. So.
She's drunk. Okay. And I'm here for it.
I'm just kind of glad that you just said what you were, because I'm always like, they're like, what does April do? And I'm like, I mean, she works at a school. I mean, I don't really know what she does.
So you didn't know that about your co-host?
Well, I knew she worked at a school and diagnosed kids and stuff, but I didn't really know what it was called. But I also just learned a lot about her family, like every day. I mean, there's a lot of things.
Yeah, for sure.
I work at Neighborly. Do you know what Neighborly is? So have you heard of the Dwyer Group?
Yes.
Okay.
She was on that show.
Undercover
Boss. Yeah, I met her. She's nice.
That's what it is.
That's what.
They changed names years ago. So I work there and I do things for them.
I don't tell everybody where I work. There's some people that I just still have a full-time job as well. And everybody wants me to quit and do this full-time, but there's just like really no reason to do so.
Yeah.
Because the full-time job really caters to my schedule, which I really love.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's like perfect. I can have both. It's like double dipping. I'm already a side piece, so it's like whatever.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm also like full-time. For the past 6 weeks I've been in court.
Oh, okay.
I've been in court. I've been attending the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial.
She's so obsessed.
Okay. I thought she literally meant she was in court.
No, I literally like when I'm in the office.
Thinks she is.
I have to hold a sign up because people come and try to talk to me because obviously I'm popular. And I have to hold a sign up. And I'm like, bitches, I'm in court.
Yeah. Okay.
Do not interrupt.
Don't fucking talk to me.
Do not disturb.
Do not interrupt these proceedings.
Yeah.
Okay.
I already have 2 shirts.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna help them.
Right. So how do you feel about that? What's going on? Who's winning?
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp is winning.
Yeah, this bitch
I did
is crazy.
see that. I saw that lawyer reading her for filth, that poor thing, on TV. Like, that's embarrassing.
What if any? What if anything? What if any? Elaine.
So you guys are both from here in Waco, is that correct?
Yeah.
So I guess life growing up for both. Have you guys known each other for a long time? Were you like childhood friends, or did you just meet? Or
so we worked together with Camp Gladiator. You've heard Camp
I've
Gladiator.
Heard of Camp Gladiator.
We were both trainers for years, and we just bonded. Obviously, we both like to have a little fun.
Yes.
And then we bonded over true crime.
Oh gosh.
She has a more personal story than I have.
So you would always be talking about like true crime and murder stuff, and then she was, when I got married, she was like, your husband reminds me of Ted Bundy, and I was like, oh my gosh, who's Ted Bundy? Like, I don't even know the story.
Wow,
I didn't even know at the point at the time.
Yeah.
And then she even told him, she's like, oh, you kind of remind me of Ted Bundy. I'm like, oh, that's good. And then I was like, oh, he's pretty much a murderer.
Yeah.
And pretty much turns out he almost was Ted Bundy.
Yeah, just about. Yeah. He didn't
murder
decapitate
anybody.
Oh, okay, but he was crazy. Like,
yeah.
you know, these dudes ain't shit. Like, okay, just to put that out there. That's why I objectify the shit out of them.
We do talk about it on the podcast. We call him Dirty Chad.
We call him Dirty Chad just to conceal his identity.
Is he from here?
He is from here.
Oh shit! I need to know who this person is. We can't say it on the show.
No.
Okay.
I don't care.
You don't give a fuck. Okay. But April's trying to
we are
protect the
gonna
brand.
but we are gonna do like a series, and she's gonna put herself out there, like from how they met and then how those lies started revealing. It's like a dirty
figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
So is Dirty Chad like an ex of yours?
It's
Yes.
her ex-husband.
It's your ex-husband.
We were
Yeah.
married for one
how did I
whole
miss that?
year and a month.
Wow.
1 whole year plus 1 month.
First of all,
But the damage that was done.
Yes.
Basically, we got separated over. Well, not only did he lie about jobs, he lied about. He stole money from me. He stole jewelry from me, and then he had a cocaine overdose. So that was like the end of it. That was the final straw.
Wait, so is he a liar?
Oh yeah, he's alive.
Oh, okay, because
No,
you
he
mentioned
lives,
cocaine.
he lives at his mom's house.
That's
and
what
he's
that's
retired. I just found out yesterday he's retired.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's okay.
from never working.
Ain't that a man for you? God damn it.
Because he was in the military, quote unquote.
Okay.
As a supply clerk.
Right.
Because I found his records because he lied to me. So told me he was a sniper.
Oh my God, Carol. What?
Oh no, I'm telling you, it's literally lie.
Oh wow.
Lie. I don't know.
How did you end up in a marriage for somebody with somebody?
I
go ahead.
I knew him from high school.
Oh, okay.
We went to prom.
Yeah.
2 years in a row.
Was he your first?
No, we didn't do it. We just were friends.
Okay.
We were like best, like we were like really close friends.
Yeah.
And then I hadn't seen him in forever.
Okay.
And then I like reconnected and I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh
and it was
shit,
like,
bitch.
Yes.
Listen, I don't want dirty chat in my DMs trying to fucking kill me, okay? I have enough of that. Now, if he's going to be in my DMs trying to get with this, because, I open my legs
He might do that
to
too.
all the losers. Yes. Everybody that's been in this diamond mine right here is all fucking losers that ain't shit, homeless.
Color me deceased.
My best friends, they'll like joke with me because I fucked around with this guy one time who was on disability, but like, you weren't on disability last night, bitch.
Oh.
You know what I mean? I had to go pick him up. No, actually, this one was actually gay.
Oh.
He was actually gay. He was actually this time. Most times it's married man, but
I know.
Anyway, that's neither
Was
here
he
nor
from America? Was he from Mexico? You told us too that you like the
Listen, we remember.
that need a green card.
So this one was actually from here.
Okay.
Yeah. And you want to know what though? But you know why I'm such a fucking loser? Because I would definitely let him get in this again. It's always the ones that don't got shit going on that just rock your shit. You know what I mean?
And they're called Mr. Wrong.
Yeah, they are.
Me and Mr. Wrong get along so good.
Yes.
Even though it's
okay, shout out Mary J. Blige. They're gonna fucking block my video now. Anyway. Okay, so
copyright you?
That happened one time. I had Holly Tucker on the show. Yeah.
What?
But shout out to her. She sang her song and it was a beautiful song, but I did get copyrighted on that one.
So what does that mean?
good.
They just mute it?
No,
they
I just
take it
can't.
off.
I
They
can't
take it down.
Well, no, they kept it. I just can't make revenue off of it, which is fine.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I'd rather have the episode and for people to enjoy it.
Are you monetized?
We don't discuss money here, darling.
I only know this because I've been watching the trial on YouTube.
Oh, so you learn the terms.
I'm in the terms.
Yes.
I'm like super chat, super sticker.
I was like monogamous.
I will say that I'm comfortable. How about that? But you know what? Okay, so
I'm just trying to get the info. I'm trying to get
I got you. Let's talk after this.
Okay.
Yeah, there's things. Yes,
but I do have to go to Whataburger right after this.
Okay. To get all that meat. You got some meat waiting for you at Whataburger.
That's a man.
Is it one of those roaches? Anyway, so let's talk about starting the Bloody Happy Hour podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys obviously just got together. You both obviously love true crime or whatever. Whose idea was it to start that? What were you gonna point out?
No, so we were on our way to a conference.
Okay.
You were telling me about some one of the series.
Yeah.
And so we started watching I started listening to a series.
Yeah.
And then she was like, "Oh, I've always wanted to do a podcast." And I was like,
Right.
"Girl, I would love to do a podcast.
Okay,
I would talk about whatever. That sounds great." And then one of your friends said that she saw a post that Rogue had posted about looking for somebody interested in true crime.
Okay.
And then you texted me, asked if I would be interested in doing it, and I was like, "Girl, hell yes!"
Yes. Okay.
So I have loved true crime since I remember 5th grade.
Tell me what you're named after. Oh, you're.
So I remember being in 5th grade and realizing all my brothers are named after serial killers. I got
wow.
Jeffrey as in Dahmer, Kenneth as in McDuff, David as in Koresh or Spence or whatever.
Maybe that's just coincidence too. It's not like your parents actually did
but
that.
the fact that I'm in 5th grade and I put that together, that's me and my mom. I remember watching the news with her, scary movies and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I've always loved it.
That's like a bad blowjob.
Yeah, shoot. It's like when you hit your face.
Okay, now I know you ain't shit. All right?
When it hits your face.
I always say nobody can compare to this, darling. But anyway.
She has been married for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. I don't want him in my DMs trying to fight me, please. I can't fight. Okay.
He must be satisfied.
So
anyway, 5th grade.
yeah.
Okay.
So anyways, I've loved true crime. So then I started a true crime book club here in Waco a couple years ago.
Oh, okay.
And we meet and there's probably about 30 of us that we meet. We love true crime.
Yeah.
And I always said I wanted to turn that into a podcast.
Oh, got you.
And so it just happened a little bit earlier than I really wanted to.
Yeah, for sure.
And I didn't want to do it by myself.
Okay.
Because that's double the work.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And so
And then so when I was
Caroline's
married to Ted
so much fun. I was like, this bitch, she has no clue. She couldn't peep out Ted Bundy, her husband. So I need her to read a little bit more.
She has to be a part of all the context. Yeah.
And we have a blast together every time we're with each other.
Right.
So that's what the podcast is.
And then we realized I was probably kidnapped.
Oh, wow. Really?
Last week?
No, in my whole lifetime.
Oh yeah.
Because your family always talked to you about all the stuff.
Yeah.
Look up for strangers.
Yeah.
What did they? What?
Yeah. Well, I mean, first of all, I think Caroline's a little bit black, and her family's not.
Oh, okay.
And then,
so I'm not.
and she's so sheltered.
Yeah.
So I said that she's actually probably a child of abduction, and her parents, who she thinks are her parents, actually kidnapped her.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I think her real parents are still out there looking for her right now.
Wow, I'm sorry to hear that, Caroline.
Well, it's okay. I've accepted the fact that I probably will never know my real parents.
Yeah. But you're like set on the fact that Caroline is actually black and that she has black
I'm
parents.
Black. I'm a black deep down, and I'm stuck in this
She's
white
like
body.
Creole.
Yeah, she's like Haitian Creole.
I got
French.
some puff hair. I got the wide nose.
Well, you know what, ladies? I definitely want to dive more into the Bloody Happy Hour, more about the content, who creates it, how you guys get everything, and your chemistry. But we're going to take a quick break, and when we get back, we're going to learn more about the Bloody Happy Hour podcast. I want to know your favorite true crime story. I have some stories of my own as well, and of course, being super slutatious. So make sure you guys stay tuned, and we'll be back with the Public Affair. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this really fun episode of the Public Affair with my guests from the Bloody Happy Hour podcast. Before we continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of the Public Affair. This episode is brought to you by JR Renovations with my girl Juliana Resendez. She's a general contractor specializing in commercial businesses and residential homes. She's a true queen, leveling the playing field in a male-dominated industry. She's gonna let you know that she can pee farther than the men as well. I love that woman. Follow her on Facebook and Instagram at JR Renovations and call the number on the screen for your next consultation. My girl Juliana, thank you so much for everything you do for the Public Affair. I truly appreciate you. Of course, the Juliana Ana Banda with Banda's hauling service. They run dump trailers. You fill it up and they haul it right away. They also do junk removals and tree brush removals and haul cars in and out of town. Maybe they can get rid of Dirty Chad, right? Okay, book now with the number on the screen to Banda's hauling service. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of the Public Affair. Ooh, of course, the Embrace Fitness with my girl Lisette Luna and Amanda Switzer. They teach group fitness classes that are fun and dynamic, darling. They specialize in total body workout by Excolat and by Jackie and Zumba Step. Now, classes are Monday through Thursday, 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. So contact them. You can also contact them to rent the building for parties and small events. Those girls are going to get you snatched for the summertime. Thank you so much to Embrace Fitness for sponsoring this episode of the Public Affair. Of course, to my boy Eric Carrillo with Alan Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep. Hit him up for your next new or pre-owned vehicle. He even offers a $200 same-day referral bonus. If they buy from you that same day, you get $200. Imagine sending 5 people to him a month. That's $1,000. My boy Eric also helps out people with just an ITN and even has a first-time buyer program. Hit him up to find all about it on the number on the screen. Contact him to get your next pre-owned or new vehicle today, darling. Even if you have no credit at all, Eric is going to put you in a ride. My boy Eric Carrillo, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of the Public Affair. Ooh, of course, the Taquiza Palacios with Onisimo and Lupe Palacios. Oh, delicious. They provide delicious and affordable tacos for any event. Their meat choices include, get ready, carne asada, pollo, chorizo, pastor y barbacoa. And don't forget the aguas frescas, because they truly are fresca. The flavor includes limonada, horchata, piña, melon, jamaica, y tamarino también. Also, they provide all the plasticware for your party. And so book now with the number on the screen to Taquiza Palacio. Guys, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of the Public Affair. And of course, the Oso's Barbecue with Oso and Juanita Garza. They specialize in smoked brisket, ribs, chicken, links, and more. Sides include Juana's famous potato salad, side salad, and beans. Hit them up for all open events such as quinceañeras, weddings, even divorce parties. Girl, that's right. They're just not doing slut parties, so they can't do this party, okay? Book now for catering. Thank you so much to Oso's Barbecue for sponsoring this episode of the Public Affair. And of course, the Parkway National Insurance with my girl Nancy Pulsini. She provides insurance for all commercial trucks and tractor trailers. She also provides for contractors as well as home and auto insurance. Call now for the number on the screen for all insurance inquiries. Y habla español también. Thank you so much to my girl Nancy Pulsini for sponsoring this episode of the Public Affair. All right, guys, I'm so excited to continue on with this episode with my friends from the Bloody Happy Hour podcast, April and Caroline. Let's get right back into it. Hey guys, welcome back to this episode of the Public Affair. Before we left, we were just getting into how the girls started the Bloody Happy Hour podcast. April and Caroline are joining us today. And you know what? Who's in charge of creating the content behind the public happy hour? the bloody happy hour.
The bloody happy hour.
Yes.
Actually, we get together and we plan our month.
Okay.
And so we have a theme.
Yep.
And she chooses what she wants to talk about, and I choose what I want to talk about.
We have a theme, so if it's like, what did we do last month? Or this month we're doing...
Guilty or innocent.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, Casey Anthony, is she guilty or innocent? That she's whatever.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna choose
literally
my own.
like research. Like we research our own thing and read stuff, watch stuff.
Sure, yeah.
And then it's literally like a book report.
Okay, so
it's literally a book report.
Do you guys have different opinions about that particular case?
We're not at the end yet. So,
okay.
a lot of times we do disagree on things.
Right.
But like another one would be like OJ. That's a big case. I don't know if we'll do OJ, but I think it's just good. Sometimes we surprise each other. So she may not know the story I'm talking about, or I may not know the story she's talking about. So our reactions are authentic.
Okay. That's, so you guys don't rehearse, which is good.
No.
Yeah.
Which requires a lot of editing sometimes for me.
We're very a little delayed.
Fly by that.
You know, but I'm the same.
I like procrastinate.
I'm the same way on this one too, though, because I don't ever tell the guest. Like, I didn't tell you guys what we were going to talk about because I want like natural, authentic reactions. I feel like that translate better with the audience. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
I mean, we plan the month, which sometimes I'm like, do we need to plan the month? We plan the month.
Yeah.
Conversation in my head.
Right. You know what? I definitely want to, because I have some questions about some true crime stories about like, you know,
ones?
with different opinions. We're going to, I want, you know, for sure.
Yeah.
You know what? Because, okay, I've been watching a lot of documentaries, all right? And so, you know, there's just some, okay, like I've been obsessed with the Scott Peterson. Like, because isn't he just fucking fine?
The staircase one?
No, he's the guy who chopped up his wife.
Well, literally Drew Peterson.
No, Scott Peterson.
Scott Peterson.
Lacey.
I know, bitches. But I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
There's so many Petersons.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's always a Peterson.
Somebody today at work
Never date a Peterson.
Somebody today at work asked me about if I had watched the Drew Peterson, the staircase. So that's what. But
Scott Peterson. Yeah, you know, she came out missing during Christmas or whatever. Yeah. And then, you know, they had this whole.
He recently came up for retrial.
Yeah, he did, right? Yeah. And I think they did they take away his execution? Is that what's going on? Or?
Yeah, because he may get a new trial.
Oh, wow.
They're trying to get a new trial.
But see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, because I was watching it, and I don't know if it's just the actor or just him, but he's just like fine as fuck.
He is.
Like, I would let him
not aged a bit.
No, I would let him have all of this. Like, you know,
I mean, that's the thing.
You know, poor family. I feel bad for the family. You know what I mean? But
that was like Ted Bundy. Whenever when he was in jail.
Yeah.
They were obsessed with him.
Right.
Like, even
he was
as
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that. It's always the fine ones.
That's the scariest one.
You might have a chance because Scott Peterson's probably prison gay by now.
Listen. Oh, absolutely. Listen. Oh, let me shut up.
But just get blood tests.
Well, that's what's scary about these good looking serial killers, because it's like they are so much. They're more easily.
They can charm you.
They can charm you, which is, you know, why I was married to that one guy.
Yeah.
That's why you can't trust anybody. That's why I'm team side piece all fucking day. You can't stay the night. You know what I mean? Get the fuck out of my house. That's it. Do what you got to do. That one guy stole my fucking Nintendo. He stole my Nintendo. Yeah.
What? Recently? Or a long time ago?
No, this was like 3 years ago. I told the story on the show.
Where
you told us the Las Vegas Nintendo. The Las Vegas
Oh, that guy who owes me money. Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't speak with him. And then this one guy smashed me and stole my Nintendo. It's not really a true crime story, but it was.
Nintendo that you
that
like
is
had to
true
blow
crime.
in? Did you have to blow like when
No, the Switch, girl.
y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
No, I definitely blew on him to make him work.
okay.
But you know what? And what's crazy is that guy is actually in prison now.
Oh,
okay. I don't want to say why because y'all gonna Google it, but
we sure will.
But yeah, it's kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was like, oh shit, you know what I mean?
Murdered 2 people.
And he's giving me like the best piece ever, and now he's in prison.
So you would go back.
So we could never. I mean, I had to buy a new Nintendo, but I was kind of like to bait him in. Like, do you need to steal this one too?
I got a new one just in case.
Okay.
Just to let you know, I got a new one.
You know what? And Caroline, who are we texting over there while you're on the phone?
No, I'm trying to find. Is his name? What's Gonzalo's name? I was trying to.
Is it Gonzalo?
No,
is his name?
Oh my God.
Is his name Gabriel Gonzalez?
No,
I couldn't.
No, Gonzalo.
It sounds like I wish it was though.
I was trying to look. I was trying to get his name real quick.
You know what?
The escaped convict.
No, but he can come to my house too.
No, he is still escaped. You know.
Is he really?
So you do have a chance.
He can come over. Listen, I'm all for it. Sometimes you gotta shut your fucking mouth. Like, what was that football? Aaron Hernandez. Remember him?
Yes.
Baby, okay, as long as you're putting down the pipe and you're paying these fucking bills, I don't give a motherfuck. Okay, do whatever you want. That's it.
You're not wrong. You're not
No,
wrong.
I don't know. Yeah, poor thing, and he died. Anyway, okay, so you know what
role
do you guys say that you play, each of you, for the Bloody Happy Hour?
I'm submissive.
Like, how important are your roles? I should say.
Number one importance. Go ahead.
No, I think it's really equal. Yeah. She does a lot of our like social media and like graphics and design and like all of our pictures and stuff that we put out.
For sure.
I do a lot of the planning, the editing, and sometimes I'm mommying a little bit.
No,
okay.
well, I need to be mom. I need to be told what to do.
Like she's got to be on that ass.
But we
like,
can switch roles. Sometimes I'm the dom.
Okay.
And she's the
She
sub.
mainly wears the strap on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, we were mentioning during the break that you said that you would be lesbian for a little bit.
Oh yeah,
She was gonna
I
be one
literally
day.
was the other day. I was really close because
Yeah.
the bartender was really.
So have you dipped in the lady pond once or twice?
I mean, it's probably happened.
Like, what does that mean? Like,
I mean, that means it did happen.
so who's better in bed, women or men?
I mean, you can't compare. I mean,
No.
they sometimes the
Yeah.
women know where
Yes.
to go.
Well, because I have to say, men have told me I've given them the best blowjob ever. They have. Men have told. I've had a man sit there while I'm going down on him, tell me that I was better than his girl.
Yeah, I mean,
And his wife, yeah.
you
that's what I said, right?
know your
Yeah.
own anatomy.
That's it.
Right,
I know what I'm doing here. Listen, I'm a pro.
Yeah.
And I have to, sometimes I got to give the bitches advice too.
Oh,
You know,
what
sometimes-
is the advice?
Yes.
Give us some blowjob advice.
Oh, okay, real quick. You know what?
Twist, and you don't have to go down so far.
I don't
Hold
use.
on,
I
okay,
don't.
sorry.
I don't use hands. Here's just a little bit, and then we have to get back to y'all's.
Okay.
Okay.
See how we turn around?
This is how we
If
do our
If they are not circumcised, don't pull it back. Let it poke itself out.
Okay, that's not an
Yes.
option. So I've never dealt with that.
But you
Move
will
past-
one day.
Don't
and
pull it back.
Don't pull it back.
Okay.
Give me another piece.
Let the turtle poke its own head out.
I've never seen a
If they're not circumcised.
If they're not circumcised.
Okay.
I've actually never seen an uncircumcised. So
Yeah.
They're beautiful. They're beautiful.
okay, but
No.
give me another piece just because I've never.
No hands.
No hands.
No hands unless teeth. I don't use hands, darling.
Well, obviously you don't
Yeah.
want to use your teeth.
All
but-
head and neck.
oh my god!
That's
see,
it.
that's
And you have to. You can't have it.
that's the most thing. That's the
My dad's
least
gonna be so
enjoyable
proud.
thing is to do a blowjob.
I love it.
Well, you would love it.
It's like it's my favorite. You know what I
Well,
mean?
it should be.
And I will tell you too. The best head that I've ever had was from a straight man.
Well, see,
Absolutely,
Is
was
he
from
really
a straight man.
straight?
Yes, he is because we are. Yes, it goes
probably
into a
married.
different
Y'all were
subject.
plastered or what?
No, he was just
probably-
he's
probably married.
Oh,
and
he
he
was
probably has
married.
4 kids.
He was married. I don't know how many kids that he got. Okay. Well, I don't give a fuck because don't bring nobody to my house.
How many people are living
it was
under
just-
this?
Oh, girl, please. That's a whole different show. Anyway,
I know.
okay. But I will say, just to put on record, best head I've ever got.
Wow.
Absolutely, without
Not
a doubt.
shocked.
I even told him, and he was shocked. And I said, "Yeah, see, I don't know. You've done that before, and that's what I'm saying. You can't trust these. You've done that shit before, bro. I know you
Yes.
have because that was too good. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you do that
don't
a
fuck with
lot,
me. I'm not
actually.
fucking. I'm not special. I'm not the only one. All right. Anyway, we're getting off track. So do you guys?
That's what we do.
That's what we
get
do.
everybody off track.
And that's why you guys have to check out the Bloody Happy Hour. You can stream it on all streaming platforms because these women are fucking amazing. Okay. You know what? You guys mentioned you have to work a lot together. Sometimes you're having to be the mommy or whatever. Do you guys find obstacles in working together sometimes?
Sometimes her ADHD.
It's real bad.
Yeah. Like you have to like punch her in her face sometimes and be like, bitch, I need you to get on track.
Oh, it's mainly
Actually,
whenever.
but she likes it. Like
Yeah.
she, if I have to slap her in the ass,
Yep.
or if I have to say, "Come on, bitch,"
Yeah.
she like actually likes it.
Yes,
Yes,
for
I
sure.
do. I need to be told what to do, and I
Okay.
like to be told what to do. I like to be bossed around.
Okay.
Like
in bed too or not?
100%.
Oh, absolutely. I love
Yes.
getting fucking choked in bed and slapped in the face. It's my favorite.
Yes.
Girl, what?
You
Okay.
know,
Ain't nothing like a
I
good ass
never
whooping while
did
you're
the
getting fucked.
choking thing yet, but I mean, maybe because I haven't tried.
I'm
I think
pouring
we're
this in my
both
shot.
procrastinators too,
Okay.
and so like that kind of makes it hard. Sometimes we're like barely like got our stories ready, and we got to record in 20 minutes.
Okay, I
Well,
got you.
and I ADHD, it just, you get, I think I work best last minute and obviously have other things that I do too, like watch
Slutty thing?
Watch court.
Well, I do slutty things, but I also watch court, and I'm always in
Can I
court
just
and
say that
trial.
as women, I just love how open-minded y'all are with the jokes. Thank you.
Yes.
You guys just don't get offended, and I just fucks
Listen,
with it.
when I went on that date last week, I talked about how I was trying to poke a hole in that damn condom.
Oh, now
She
see,
actually had a great date last night.
Did you really?
Or
I
really
last
did.
week.
did you put
Yeah.
out?
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
I told
all
him
the way out?
Here,
No,
take the shot. Take the shot.
no. I told him, I was like, you're not spending the night because he came from Dallas.
Oh, ooh. That
you
means he wanted
literally-
some. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't wait to show you a picture.
Okay. Yes. For real.
You're literally gonna come in your pants.
He's probably gonna be like, "That's the one that gave me the best blowjob ever."
I didn't even give a blowjob. I was like,
No, talk about me. I'm a Carolyn girl. You know we gotta have a talk.
Actually, you might need to.
Let me tell you something.
He's also got a profile on Grindr.
Just for the record, and this is why my straights love me, because I will take that shit to the grave. I take that shit to the fucking grave. I'll deny it to the death of me. Cheers to that.
Deny.
Yes.
love it.
Oh my God, that shit right there. Woo. All right, you know what? I kind of want to talk to you real quick about do you guys have like a favorite true crime story that you guys just love kind of like reading, seeing the same documentary over and over and all that?
I don't know. I have to think about it.
So I'm not gonna lie. I've listened to, I don't know why, Ariel Castro, which is the guy in Cleveland that kidnapped the girls and held them hostage for like 17 years.
Okay.
He was from Puerto Rico, I think.
He's the biggest piece of shit.
He's the biggest piece of shit.
We're pieces of shit. Yes.
He would kidnap his daughters, use his daughters to kidnap these girls.
Oh,
Anyways,
wow. Okay.
I think we did a 2-parter on there, but I will go back and listen to that story, or anytime the documentary's on, I will listen to it. And I don't know why.
Yeah,
it's just a crazy.
I need to look that one up.
How about
Ariel Castro?
Whenever I talked about how I dated a guy named Justin Castro. Oh, yeah. And then we realized that his mom is in your book club.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
How was that?
She loves it. I was like,
she's coming to the live show, actually. Yeah.
Well, do you have a favorite true crime story?
It might be, this is so lame, but it might be Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
Really?
Only
Okay.
because
Cliche.
Only because I obviously knew about him, but I didn't know all the ins and the outs and like how everything. So whenever I did that case, because it was like 2-parter episode, it was like, I think it was our first one over here, but it was so interesting because it was just like, how did he get all these people to let their guard down? How did he do all these things? How did he like?
It's a man.
They amaze you. Yeah, they amaze us all the time.
I think that was the one that was the most like, and he escaped twice, and he did. I mean,
wow.
Because he's brilliant.
Yeah, for sure.
He was smart. He was charming.
Yeah.
He and you don't think even after he murdered all these people, I was like, did he really?
Right. like we okay.
I'm like, are you sure?
Yeah.
We talk a lot about race on the podcast just because she's white, I'm Mexican and black, and like, so we got all races covered. We talk about all religions, so it's like free for all in there. Yeah. So we talk about when you're a white Protestant male, like, people never think you're guilty about anything, which is why Scott Peterson's probably going to get another trial and probably going to get out.
Right.
Because
he can come right to my house.
Great looking, and he's white, and he's maybe a Protestant. I mean, it's just.
But those are the ones that always are the serial killers.
Those are the ones we should be the scaredest of.
Sure. You know,
I think it's just if they're just good looking. No,
it's just that you just can't. That's what I'm saying. You guys can't just trust nobody.
No,
let them give the piece, and that is it. Move the fuck on.
I know.
But Scott Peterson had the side piece. Nothing happened to her. Team side piece.
Amber Fry.
Okay.
Oh hey,
Amber Fry.
Don't trust anybody named Amber. Amber Heard.
Amber Fry. Strike two.
It's them Ambers, bitch. Okay.
Listen.
You know, you made a good point, because you mentioned how you guys are like mixed culturally and everything. Yeah. Is there anything off limits in terms of like the stories that you guys tell and everything?
No,
not yet.
No, I mean, I think we've talked about every religion, so it's not like we favor one.
No.
We've talked, and because every religion, that's the whole point, is like every religion's got crooked people. Every race got
and a
crazy
lot of stuff
people.
is based on how they grew up. Some of them grew up in like a super religious family.
Yeah, for sure.
And they're all like. Some of them are like exposed to pornography when they're young.
Us Catholics ain't shit. I'm Catholic, girl.
We just talked about
Catholics. We just talked about Catholics because I'm Catholic, and I was like, well, I don't know. Half these priests are like
Yeah.
doing little boys. Like,
I mean, I wasn't a little boy, but I definitely slept with a Catholic priest.
Every time we talk to him, we get a little bit closer to the preacher.
Yeah, okay.
Now we know he's Catholic.
Was that better? Was that a better?
That was better.
No, it's cool. You know what? But don't you feel, because like, okay, so you made a joke earlier that Ted Bundy, like, did he really do it? You know what I mean? Don't you feel like, do you feel like some of them ever deserve a pass? Like one in particular that I wanted to bring up was Jodi Arias.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
that bitch.
And wasn't. Okay, so
No.
obviously, this is what I'm talking about. Wasn't she allegedly being abused by her husband? And don't you think that makes you snap at some point? And then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think the story, okay, so she murdered her husband in the shower.
Right.
Okay. And she was telling everybody I was being domestically abused, you know, whatever. And I just finally had it. You know what I mean? And so everybody has a breaking point. Now, I'm not excusing that you don't want to kill anybody, obviously. You know what I mean? But do you ever deserve, like, okay, maybe she was getting her ass beat, you know, maybe she was being, you know, mistreated.
I think
did
the
that last
evidence,
week.
but
We did that last week with Andrea Yates.
she wasn't getting her ass beat. What?
No, I'm saying that we gave Andrea Yates a little bit of a pat. We sympathize with Andrea.
I
So
sympathize.
it does. We think about the whole situation,
Right.
and if we
Right.
think you're a piece of shit, you will know on
That
our
you're a piece of
stories.
shit, yeah.
If we give you a little bit, we're saying that sometimes we give you a little bit of grace, which we did. Andrea Yates drowned all 5 of her kids.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I just
She
saw you
does
posted that.
not
No.
deserve grace, right?
Right.
But she actually did. Like, if you hear the whole story
Oh, wow.
and mental
Yeah.
health and
Jodi Arias, she's crazy. I think she
Made the shit
planned
up.
all that shit, and
Yeah.
she was not. I think she beat the shit out of her partners probably.
Okay.
But with Yates, I think that she had
psychotic.
mental issues, and
Okay.
she had been in a like a psych ward. I don't
Yeah,
know.
for sure.
1,000 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many times she was chewing her fingers off. She
Right.
was saying she needed help. She was like screaming for help, and then she
Right.
wasn't given help.
So do you think that that's a pass for what like drowning her kids, or?
I think it contributed because she
Right.
was literally. I mean, she does, and she
Right.
can be released right now, and she's choosing not to because
Right.
I guess she knows that she would do something. I'm like, you can't forgive anything that she did, but
Right.
I feel like
So did the courts kind of find her like innocent? Like, okay, you were
she was
fucking crazy.
insanity.
Not
Wow.
guilty
Well,
by
she
reason
did
of
the story.
insanity.
Okay, but she's being locked up by choice.
She's in a
Like a mental.
yeah. She's in
Oh, wow.
Kerrville State Hospital.
Okay, so
yeah.
do you think that her mental disabilities?
I felt like her mental disabilities overcame like any kind of like a
Yeah.
murderous in her.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you think that?
I don't think she's evil. I think she just is
Right,
ill.
right. So in your own opinion, based off of that, do you think that she should be released, or like, you know, free to live another life and try over?
Like a second chance.
Yeah. Like, what if she goes and creates more kids and then drowns them?
But see, there's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, if she stays on her medicine,
It's, yeah.
but
See, and that's
that's
why-
the thing.
Contingency.
That's why true crime is so great, though, because there's all these factors that
Yeah.
that play into these stories. You know what I mean? Like with her, you know what I mean? Like, no, of course I don't. Fuck you for drowning your 5 kids.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah, but it's like what was going on inside?
I don't
yeah.
feel like she's a murderer and that she's gonna go and like shoot or stab people.
Right.
But she has to stay on her medicine in
Okay.
order to live her life like a normal person. But
Right.
she
and
obviously
the best place for her to do that is in an institution.
and she obviously
sure.
has to know something in her head to want to stay there.
Wow.
Or to
Yeah.
think she needs to stay there.
Because she's lucid now.
Okay.
But I think if she got out, she would think she was cured, get off the medicine, and then go south. So I think she should be killed,
like, why would they
executed? No.
Yeah.
But she needs to stay where she is because we can't trust her to stay on her medicine and go to
Right.
counseling and everything.
I mean, if she did that to 5, and that's such a good way to put
Yeah.
it, obviously. Yeah. And
I
I mean,
mean-
if you did that to 5 kids, you do that to anybody. I mean, especially in that
Your
state of mind.
5 kids.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
and
for
you
that
ate
matter.
your finger. I mean,
Oh, my
bitch
God.
ate her finger. Like,
I don't-
go
but-
get some
but I
bread.
don't know
Go get
because-
like a hamburger or something. Or eat your own finger.
You know, I watch all these true crime stories though, and it's like, God, some of these like women or even men, it's sometimes like they're just driven to the point of insanity, if you will.
Yeah.
And like, no, it's so hard to like touch into because I don't think killing anybody is anything that we are like given a pass to do. That's inexcusable. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have the right to take somebody's life. But God, like, what happens behind the scenes and for it to fucking happen? You know what I mean?
Well, and that brings up to me right now the shooting we just had in Valdy.
Yeah.
Right? It's a horrible story, but do we know everything that shooter has been through? Supposedly it's abusive childhood, drugs, abuse, constant bullying to the fact that where he had to drop out of school and that he was cutting himself. Then he had his identity issues. No excuse for what he did at all.
No, fuck him.
But yeah, it is fuck him.
Well, because
but like, is that mental health? Is that like, is that school
Untreated.
like not doing, like not targeting bullying like we should? Like it's just crazy that because so many stories, like we've only hear about the murder, but do we hear about everything around it?
Okay.
And so now that I read so many of these stories, it's like, oh my goodness, these murders, 21 of them, right? But why? And then what made him do that? Like what did he go through? Yeah. And so that's why when we do these stories, we go from childhood to adolescence to teenage, because most of the time, besides BTK killer,
and besides
you can go back and it'll make sense.
Right.
It's like, oh, well, you know, it was bound to happen.
Well, because she was texting me even the other day and just was like, kind of telling me what her thoughts were. And I was like, there's several people who have abusive parents who have
been bullied,
and they don't go and shoot up schools.
Right.
Yeah.
I
And
feel
she's
like
like, I'm not taking up for them. I'm just
You're
Like, that's what the facts are going to be later on.
Figure it out.
You're saying like, okay, because nobody did anything preemptively for him, that's what ultimately led. Is that what you guys are saying? Or?
I'm like you. I think it was underlying mental health issues that were
Anger,
never addressed.
Aggression, trauma.
He had issues with his family. He moved and lived with his grandparents, and I haven't looked at it much because I've been in court. But I mean, I don't know, and nobody knows. It doesn't make sense to us because we have normal brains.
Right. At the end of the day, what he did was inexcusable.
It was inexcusable.
Yeah, I mean,
while we have this platform to do so, just prayers out to the families that are affected by that, and I, it's been a lot of my coworkers at work have been talking about that particular story, and I typically like to stay out of those because it's just like I can't imagine. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like, oh my goodness, like if I
work at a school district, and it's like I scanned my badge, and it's like you go into your school differently. This week, and kids pick up their parents picked up their kids from school differently, because of what happened, and it's just horrible and it's tragic.
I wonder, as an educator for you, does that change? Like, do you kind of fear going into the next school year?
I don't think. Well,
no, but you know what? I walked out the back door yesterday, and I never walked out the back door, and somebody was coming in, and we both double clicked on the gate to make sure those locked. But it was like neither one of us said anything.
Right.
But that's how we got in, is through the back door. Oof. And so you don't think about that when you get up in the morning.
Right.
Because then you'd have anxiety all day.
You always... I never think it's going to happen to me. I never think my kid's going to get kidnapped.
Sure.
I never think I never think somebody's going to get like. You just don't ever think that, and then it happens. And you're like, oh my gosh, how did this happen to me? How Gavin and Tito, like all these people who like.
And you wouldn't think him that got bullied in high school would go shoot at an elementary.
Right, yeah.
That's
what was puzzling to me.
Yeah, so I first heard about it, I was like at elementary school, and then I was like, oh shit, Sandy Hook. And that was the first thing that came to mind. And I was like, oh gosh, that was the guy who was older. So like, oh my gosh, he's older. Oh, awful,
wow.
awful.
And God, we can dive, like, just at the end of the day, that shooter, whoever disposed of that piece of filth.
Yeah.
Hats off to him, and prayers to the family and everybody that was affected by that, because that is just tragic. But, okay, guys, a bloody happy hour. Okay. So you guys, we do have to wrap up here in a minute, but you guys have a live show coming up. Is that correct? Yes. First of all, congratulations to you guys. Honestly, I think that is so huge and monumental for a podcast to be doing a live show, especially a local one.
Thank you.
Not anything that I've ever wanted to dive into just yet. I know the idea has been presented to myself. I just, not right now. You know what I mean? I don't know how to do it. But are you guys excited for that? Like,
Yeah, we don't really know what we're doing, but we're doing it.
We're doing it.
Yes,
Yeah,
okay.
it's gonna be a blast. We're
like-
kind of fly by our seat.
Yeah, I was like, I kind of feel like I do my best work.
Right.
We sold out in like less than 24 hours, and then people are like mad because they can't come. But it'll be something that we'll do in the future.
Right, yeah.
But
Does that
we're
mean I
excited.
can't come? Does that mean
Actually, you should be our MC.
Oh, darling.
Yes, you should be our DJ.
We could
You
talk
should be
about
our
it.
MC.
We could talk about it for sure.
Yeah.
I would love to.
Because it's a familiar voice,
Yeah.
familiar voice.
Yes,
It's
it's happening.
rogue.
Write it down.
You know
You should
what?
think about it. Pray about it.
Listen,
You
I don't
don't
turn
even have
down
to pray
work.
about it,
I don't
just do
turn
it.
down work, okay? Yes. And in lieu of revenue, you guys can pay me by something else.
Well, I don't know if I'll be paid for it, but I'll find a
Hey,
friend for
you
you.
teach us how to do a blowjob, and then we'll practice it. on
Deal.
you.
No, you
I
can't
ain't
practice it
trying
on
to
me.
do no
Come on.
damn blowjob.
I don't want no women's lips on this beautiful gold mine of just diamonds and Schwartzy crystals and okay.
No women
You know
lips.
what?
Dang it! So I can't show you Caroline's boobs. That won't get it for
no,
you.
it's not gonna do it for me.
Damn it.
Caroline, maybe one of your side people. What about the ex-husband? Right in the DMs. My type.
He's retired, so I think
Shit.
he's building a fence.
Yeah, he don't work, so that means he can get away. I'm in.
For sure.
He's probably blowjobbing right now.
Now, do I have to pick him up?
She does
most
have a little
likely.
Okay.
sketchy story about
Please.
that too. That's gonna come out.
Yeah, so we can't share it on the public affair? Real quick?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Which story?
It was, remember our gay trainer friend that felt like that dirty Chad
yep.
was hitting on him and was
Oh, wow.
trying to make Caroline gave Caroline medicine to go to sleep because he really wanted to get at him.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Before I get sued, please. Okay. And so I
That's
guess
really all it is.
that's really all it is.
Yeah,
And
we
so
don't know if there was any actual,
there was
Yeah.
no actual factual so.
But he did like butt stuff.
Oh, girl, I'm so sorry to tell you.
Did you do a strap on?
Yeah.
No.
No, wait. While y'all playing though, I always tell my straight friends get your ass ate out, like for sure. That's not gay.
Oh,
If a
yeah,
woman-
that's not
that's
gay.
not gay.
No,
That's not
yeah,
gay
that's
at
not
all.
gay.
It's
Baby.
hepatitis C.
No, but you'll
it
be
ain't
all right.
good.
You can get rid of that one. You'll be all right. Okay, and if your breast stinks, so does
Listen,
this ass. So you good.
There's some sensitivity down there.
I tell
Some
no, okay. I tell my friends all the time,
Okay.
yo, while you guys are fucking playing, there's nothing like getting your ass ate out. Let your fucking girl. I said, girls, you got homework tonight. Eat your man's ass, and men let her do it. I'm telling
You don't
guys,
have to
please
be
listen
like
to me.
real drunk
Yes,
and
it's-
real on some pills. To be doing all that. Maybe not. Maybe if I really liked the guy.
Yes.
Maybe if I actually loved the guy.
Does Hep C called liver failure?
I don't know.
Probably.
Cirrhosis of the liver? I'm not trying to have cirrhosis
I
of the
think you
liver.
can get rid of that, right? You can get rid of Hep C, so we good. All
The
right.
amount of alcohol that would do that, but I'm not sure.
Listen, ladies, I really enjoyed having you guys onto the public forum. Unfortunately, we are running out of time. But the Bloody Happy Hour. Where can we stream you guys? Are you guys on YouTube now?
We are now on YouTube.
Okay.
That's not our first platform, but
Right.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We don't know what to do when we're on video.
Yeah.
We don't know what to do. Do I look at the camera? Do I look at you? Caroline took off her shirt one time.
Oh,
Well, it's
sweet.
changing, and so maybe it was accidentally caught on film.
So is YouTube
With
kind of
slash
like
porn.
the behind the scenes, like
Yeah.
OnlyFans-ish? So do you, I guess...
OnlyFans is.
So you guys probably promote
I've
more of
only
the
showed
streaming.
my lips once.
We're a podcast first.
Yeah. You
But
guys
we're
are-
also a podcast that has video.
That has
That's
video
how we
as well.
say
Okay.
it, yeah.
So you guys can stream them, of course, like they said, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, anywhere you can get podcasts.
Anywhere you
Wherever
can
you
get
listen to podcasts.
And you guys have got to check it out because these ladies, if you love them on the public affair, you're gonna love the Bloody Happy Hour. Honestly, you guys do
actually
great work.
Sorry.
No, truly, I really enjoyed having you ladies onto the show. What's next for the Bloody Happy Hour podcast? We got the live show coming up, and are you guys continuing to make this long term or?
Yeah, I mean, we were actually surprised we made it this long. We didn't skip a week.
Yeah.
We're still having fun, and as long as it's fun for us, we're gonna just continue to do it.
Right.
And And I think we'll just continue to have live shows. We want to grow. We want to grow and we want to grow. We know we're in about 10 different countries right now.
Sweet. Congrats,
and we just want to continue to grow.
Yes.
That's it.
Well, congratulations to the both of you, honestly, with all the success that the Bloody Happy Hour is continuing to garnish. You guys definitely deserve it. You ladies are very talented. Caroline, I can tell her drunk as fuck over there. Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out, are we that successful?
You know what? Yes. You guys are doing really well.
You're really making me feel like I'm living my best life. And I feel like I'm living in
this is how we know that we're famous. Can we tell you the story? We were at I was leaving Salty Dog and somebody called my name and they were like, April, I'm a big fan of Bloody Happy Hour. Yeah. So then my head was this big and I was like, Sloopy, call me a car because I cannot even drive home. I'm way too famous. And then we were at a Cinco de Mayo party and I was talking and somebody recognized my voice. Oh. And I was like, we're basically Beyonce and J-Lo. We were very famous.
And they were like, and then I went and I got real cocky and I went and wrote a letter and put it in my neighbor's mailbox. But you gotta go listen to one of our episodes to get the full story because we do tell some crazy stories.
Oh shit! Okay, well make sure you guys check out the Bloody Happy Hour on Spotify, Apple, anywhere you guys can get podcasts, YouTube, everywhere. Ladies, thank you guys again so much for being a part of this really fun episode. I'm so happy that we finally got to coordinate.
I'm gonna order my Whataburger now.
Okay, order your Whataburger where I do my ads.
Don't get mad at me and yell at me.
Thank you guys again so much for tuning into this episode of The Public Affair. Please don't forget to check out the Bloody Happy Hour anywhere you guys can get podcasts. Before we go, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. This episode, of course, is brought to you by Elite Barbershop and my boy Sid Rodriguez, located on Hewitt Drive. You can call the number on the screen or download the Cut app to book your next appointment. Walk-ins are welcome as well. They got Marcus Guerrero, Chris Reyes, Santos Cordova, David Rodriguez, Isaac Chavez, Isai, and Clint over there making you look super scrumptious. Sid made sure I look scrumptious for this episode, darling. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Elite Barbershop, you guys are the GOAT. Of course, the Soko Soccer Academy, my boy Dominic Gutierrez and Ariana Gutierrez, located at 3304 Franklin Drive. They offer team, small group, and individual skill training. They also have elite skills training to make your kid a superb star athlete, darling. They have open play on Mondays and Wednesdays for ages 16 and older at 8:30 with Marl, aka Silly Buns. I call him the Silly Buns because he's small and aggressive. And it's only $5 to play. Follow on Facebook at Soko Soccer Academy and on Instagram at Soko Soccer 254. Of course, the Pollo Box and Audio, my boy Jeffrey Monreal, home for all your LED needs and auto accessories, installation of stereos, door speakers, and audio systems. He also specializes in building custom subwoofer enclosures and much more. Definitely a jack of all trades and has pimped my ride out from top to bottom. Your one-stop shop to get everything done in one roof. My boy Jeffrey, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair with Pollo Box and Audio. And of course, we can't go on without thanking Fat Boy Michelada and Botana with my boy Junior Banda, who provides the best Michelada and Botana plates for yourself or for a party. Menu of ton of different items, including Botana bowls, chamoy, pickles, and more. Oh, it's scrumptious, you ladies. Got to roll around in it. Locally operated, so make sure you get the best and not the rest. Follow on Facebook and Instagram at Fatboy Michelada y Botana. Place your orders now. Again, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, thank you to the Bloody Happy Hour ladies for coming on. Amanda, April and Caroline. I've been wanting to call you Amanda. I don't know why I've been wanting to do that. April and Caroline, thank you ladies so much.
I got my Whataburger, bitches. Don't worry.
Okay. And don't forget, darling, to always keep it between us.
Bye, review and subscribe.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.